The top 10 most expensive restaurants in the world. Just imagine sitting down for a meal where your every whim and pleasure will be personally cared for by staff trained to the highest standards. A place where the most amazing aromas make the most gentlest assaults on your taste buds, and where only the very finest ingredients will ever be placed before you. An experience that will only ever be realized in the very finest eateries in the world. One of the top 10 most expensive restaurants in the world. From the basement of an office building in downtown Tokyo to the top of the Hard Rock Hotel in Ibiza, join us as we take a mouth-watering tour of the top restaurants in the world. Before we begin, don't forget to click the big red subscribe button, ring the bell so you never miss another video, and hit us with a big thumbs up so we can keep making these videos for your entertainment. Okay, so let's begin as always at number 10, Aragawa, Tokyo. We're going to cut to the chase here and say straight up that Aragawa might not look like the trendiest of eating establishments, especially when you're looking at $370 per person to dine there. It is in actual fact located in the basement area of an office building, which might explain the 1970s style decor. But get past that and delight in some of the very finest charcoal-broiled Tajima beefsteaks you'll find anywhere. At number 9 is Ita, located on Conrad Rangali Island in the Maldives. Possibly located in one of the strangest and certainly most unique places on the planet, Ita has you dining 18 feet or so under the Indian Ocean in the Maldives. For that reason alone, it may well be worth the $390 per person to dine there. But don't leave without sampling the amazing seafood dishes on offer, such as lobster and snow crab. They also do a rather special 3-mustard marinated Wagyu beef. Get stuck in. For number 8, we're going to leave the sunshine and beaches of the Maldives and visit Europe, where we have a reservation at the Restaurant de la Hôtel de Ville de Crécy in Switzerland. Situated on the northern side of Lake Geneva, this 3 Michelin star restaurant offers up some of the finest food anywhere in Europe. We like the sound of medallions of langoustines, carefully corralled gourmet tomato broth, and cucumber bubbles. We have absolutely no idea what cucumber bubbles are, but who's to argue with a 3-star Michelin restaurant? And at a cost of around $415 per head, you've got to assume they're going to be incredible. Anyway, moving onwards out of Switzerland and into France. Coming in at number 7 is Maison Pic in Drôme, France. Also a 3-star Michelin restaurant, Maison Pic is owned and run by Anne-Sophie Pic, a lady who stands out as a master of her craft in a world typically dominated by men. The menu is based on ideas from around the Rhone Valley, the area in which the hotel and restaurant are located. It is, as you might expect, a truly amazing-looking establishment. However, you may require a degree in the English language to fully understand the information being offered. When restaurants start to talk about elaborating with our teams a new original polysensory experience, you'll understand why the cost per head will be around $425. Okay, we stay in France as we round out the top half of this top 10 for a reservation at Guy Savoy de Paris. With a set menu price at €490 per head, you'd be looking forward to something rather special. And you certainly won't be let down in that respect here. The menu consists of 13 courses, consisting of a concasse of oysters, couleurs of caviar with smoked sabayon, artichoke soup with truffle and then more truffles on top, finishing up with a trolley of ice creams. All of which sounds amazing, but each dish is constructed as a work of art, with individual elements intricately placed on the plate to ensure each dish doesn't only assail your taste buds, but also your sense of smell and sight. If you like the sound of this restaurant, but can't get to Paris, Guy also has a place in Las Vegas. Now you have no excuse. Right, so time to take a trip back to Japan, and this time to Kyoto, where we find number 5, Kicho Arashiyama. Kyoto is situated at the southern end of Honshu Island, close to Kobe, Osaka, and Nagoya. It was once the capital city of Japan, and is world-renowned for the traditional form of dining called keiseki. The finest example of this form of multiple-course dining is Kicho Arashiyama. As with our previous destination at Gai Savoy, Arashiyama is all about offering a dining experience that you sample with all 5 senses. This is about dining whilst effectively sat on the floor in a traditional Japanese tea ceremony house. Along with the most incredible ornate food, you'll experience equally ornate gardens and traditional Japanese decor. Expect to pay around $570 per head for a truly one-of-a-kind experience. Okay, so for number 4, we're going to be staying in the Far East, but this time taking a trip to China, where we can find Ultraviolet. With over 220 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor, you'd expect something really special from this Michelin 3-star restaurant, located in the residential district of Shanghai. According to the Michelin Guide, a multi-sensory experience at a secret location that combines a 20-course meal with lights, sounds, and scents that will give you quite an adrenaline rush. So what can you expect for an average of $570 per head? How about surf, surf, turf, turf, otherwise known as grilled oyster, cuttle skin, and foie gras sour jus, accompanied by the Beach Boys singing Campfire? Or how about lunar mushroom, which is pumpkin nutmeg with Grand Marnier Yakult, all accompanied by Fly Me to the Moon? If you want to completely weigh out their experience like nothing else on the planet, Ultraviolet is the place to go. So we've traveled across Europe and the Far East, and we've even taken a trip to the Indian Ocean and the Maldives. But so far, we haven't managed to find anywhere suitable in the U.S. So let's see if we can change that with a trip to Masa in New York City, for number 3 in our top 10 list of most expensive places to eat. At $650 per person, you'd rightly expect something rather special for dinner, and you won't be disappointed at Masa. The creation of Masa Takayama, this restaurant located at the Time Warner Center, creates the most amazing sushi and other styles of traditional Japanese cooking daily. Sit at the Hinoki wood sushi bar, which is sanded down daily to ensure the perfect visual and sensory satisfaction, and watch these top chefs, who are masters of their art, create edible, living sculptures in front of your eyes. If you like the look and sound of Masa, make sure to book at least 3 weeks in advance, though, or be disappointed. Handily, our number 2 is also in New York City and also at the Time Warner Center. So let's make a reservation at Per Se. Originally opened in 2004 by chef Thomas Keller, Per Se is also a Michelin 3-star restaurant, focusing on classical French cooking. You'd typically expect a 9-course meal at Per Se with the option of traditional or vegetarian, which is a refreshing change. Normally you'd expect to pay around $685 per head. However, this restaurant still appears to be on the defensive from a scathing review in the New York Times. As is always the case, what might appear incredible for one person may taste like wet gravel to another. The only way to tell is to try it yourself. So having traveled the globe to try to find the most expensive restaurants in the world, we're going to go back to Europe and the Mediterranean island of Ibiza, where we'll find Sublimotion, our number 1 most expensive restaurant in the world. This is, as you might expect, for around $2,000 per head, a rather special and exclusive experience. This is an experience that only 12 people can have at any one time, and it's more about a performance than having a meal. With more Michelin star chefs than almost all the other restaurants put together, you may think that concentrating on the food aspect may be the way to go, but this is a concept like nothing else you've seen. From using VR goggles that transport you to an imaginary planet that looks very much like that in the film Avatar, to having a theme night based around Charlie Chaplin. It is really, really weird. But hey, if you can afford $24,000 to host a party, it may well be worth every penny. And if you do ever get to go to any of the above, let us know how it was for you. Well, that's it for our top 10 most expensive restaurants in the world. Thank you for watching. It's been fun having you with us. Did you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We'll see you again soon.